How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and Auto Camp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I do apologize if y'all are hearing a loud fan right now, but it's hot, alright? It's 80 plus degrees outside, which means it's gonna be even hotter indoors, so that's why I'm like, nah bruh. Got two fans on, and I'm trying to keep cool, but anyways, no, overall though, I wanted to talk on... Overall, I am going to be talking on, like, where there are, like, I guess, like, stalkers, weirdo fans, stuff like that, and the content creator that I am going to be using as an example is Jade Animations, and I think we already know where I'm going with this, but I'm not going to have it where it's just strictly about Jade Animations. Like, I know I was just watching this one video about Pokimane and how she's dealing with a stalker. And then just even hearing, like, stories before with content creators where it's like they just got stalkers and weird fans. And I'm like, bro, I don't get what it is. I guess, like, because with me, it's like outside of being a content creator, like, there are people that I'm a fan of when it comes down to content creating. Like, there's people that I follow on platforms. I watch all their videos. I show them support. I show them the support that they need from a fan. And overall, like, I guess... defining what that is, it should never get to a point where you're now creeping the content creator, I guess like the famous person or whatever you want to call them. It shouldn't get to a point where you're creeping them out, you know. And just even seeing and I had heard about this a long time ago, like people are just now talking about it on TikTok, but I had heard about this like when all the Just a Robot drama was going down, where he was attracted to Jade Animations, I guess like their character and stuff. And I feel like I gotta look it up because I'm like, what? It's just a stick figure. It ain't like it's something. Yeah, it's not a stick figure, but it's like it's the most basic drawing that you can possibly think of. Like it's not like she's, because I'm trying to think, like, how can I, like, you just have to like look it up to see, but it's not something to be like, oh my god, like this is the best form of artwork that I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think whoever it was, I don't know if it was her, I don't know if it was somebody that drew her art, but regardless, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah bro, you ain't going to look at it and be like, oh my god, like I'm attracted to her artwork or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was such a weird thing. It was something that I didn't really talk on and discuss that much because I didn't really know who Jade Animation was. But it was still something where I was like, to just add my opinion to it quickly when it was being brought up. I was like, yeah, that's weird. That's a weird thing. It was more so weird that he had asked, Just a Robot had asked a minor to draw inappropriate art of her. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, you were trying to get yourself canceled. Like, that's the thing. You didn't even try to avoid it. Like, you wanted to get yourself canceled if you're asking a minor. Even if you were asking an adult, that's still something that you don't do. You know, I don't care how big the creator is. I don't care what they got going on. That's just something that you do not do. That ain't even something that you do. There's a truck outside. Hold on for a second. I thought there was a truck outside. Nah, because I had ordered a new watch band for my Apple Watch. But anyways, but yeah, overall, getting back to what I was saying, that, yeah, you don't ask for no inappropriate art of other people. You know, like that's one of those things where it's like, maybe if you have that type of relationship with that individual and they I guess like they consent to it, but if not, yeah, that's just something that you don't do. That's just weird, you know. And that's the thing, it's like, you know, you wouldn't have asked that question, I guess, to that. Okay, two situations. You wouldn't have asked that in front of Jade Animations, but you also wouldn't have asked for that in front of that person's parents. So that's why I'm like, yeah, people just now finding out Just a Robot is was weird. I'm like, bro, he's been weird since I ever came across him. So anyways, but yeah, I'm like, that's one of those things where I'm like, that's a fan taking things too far. Now, if you want to, I guess, have some art where it's like, it's overall like art where it's like, okay, I know I can show this art out in public. I know I can send this art to Jaden Animations and there won't be, you know, a block or a police report being filed afterwards. Like, no, it's just simple. It's simple art. Like, I guess, like, if let's say I'm a big fan of Jaden Animations, I think if it's anything, I would want it to be art where it's like, it's either something goofy, like the both of us being superheroes, like some like Superman, Batman type stuff. Or, and that's the thing, like, even then, still, I don't know if she would be into stuff like, I guess that, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm not going to assume, like, what she's thinking of, or what she's cool with and not cool with, I don't know, but overall, I think that's as far as it will go where it comes down to artwork over us. But that's the thing, I would just do it myself, you know, like, if I want to see some artwork of me and Jaden Animations, I'm like, I'll just do the artwork myself. But at the same time, I'm like, still, that's something that you got to think about, is she going to be okay with this? So it's like, yeah, you got to sit down and think, like, is she going to be okay with this? Is she going to, you know, I guess trip over this? And yeah, it's something where it's like, you know, superhero stuff, or if it's something like in the content creating field, like we're sitting down, we're collaborating or something, if it's something like that, cool. But or even if it's just like some like over the top like art, because I think I would try to do that, like, okay, maybe I don't know, like, I don't know, she is thinking about wanting to get like a new profile picture, but something along those lines where it's like some over the top art of whatever her artwork is and stuff. So, but yeah, it's like, it's something where I know that all parties is going to be comfortable with it, you know? So yeah, I just think that that's something that people should consider. But yeah, you know, if you got a weirdo asking you for some inappropriate art of another individual, whether you a kid or not, don't do it. Cause yeah, that was one of those things where I'm like, fam, like I said, you know, you wouldn't have asked that in front of, like, asked for some art like that in front of her talking on Jaden Animations, and you know you wouldn't have asked that question in front of the individual's parents. You know, that's one of them secret conversations you don't want nobody to know about. But it's like, yeah, bro, you can maybe not face no prison time over it, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things. You are going to be on the FBI's watch list. Like, they are going to be looking at you. They are going to be questioning, like, why are you asking a minor for some inappropriate art? Even if you don't know the minor's age or not, or you don't know the person's age, still, that's just something that you consider. But even then, still, you don't even ask no adult no stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm like, it's things from that to, and just even talking on the video that I watched of Pokimane and her stalker, because yeah, Just a Robot, he definitely, just from him and his fans, they have like stalker personalities and stuff. And yeah, that's overall, it's just, you know, people need to stop doing that. They need to stop stalking. They need to respect the person's boundaries. I don't care how much of a fan you are of that individual, you need to respect that individual's boundaries. It's not that hard. It ain't even something where I'm asking you to respect my boundaries. You are going to respect my boundaries. Because it's one of those things where it's like, however I react or respond, you can't feel a certain way over it. You know, I don't care if you're a fan. If I'm telling you you're invading my personal space, you're invading my boundaries, you're invading an area of my life where I don't want you in that area, and you're trying to argue, there ain't no argument for it, you know? Because the thing is this, I guess, how would that make you feel if it was somebody that you weren't attracted to or you wasn't cool with, and they're asking for inappropriate stuff of you? It's one of those things where it's like, okay, I guess, like, if Just a Robot, he ain't fully understanding what I'm talking about, how would that make you feel if I'm asking people for, let's say nobody didn't know what he looked like, and I'm asking people for a picture of him, or I'm asking people for his address, or I'm asking people for his phone number? See, and it's like, you'll be thinking to yourself, like, yeah, that's inappropriate. That's stuff that you don't ask people for. That's the same with that art. Yeah, that might, in your, I guess, with your comfort level, you might not care about stuff like that, but other people's comfort level, they gonna care about stuff like that. So anyways, but yeah, talking on that Pokimane video and stuff. So yeah, it was this video I was watching of a guy. He was doing kind of like commentary over this other guy's videos, and the other guy was the stalker. I can't think of the guy's name, but anyways, yeah, he's like talking about he's married to Pokimane. They were gonna be having this wedding, like he was up, and so that was the messed up part about it too, is that he thought he was actually communicating with Pokimane, and that it was on some stuff like, oh, she can't talk to me through her main social media accounts because her manager won't allow her. And it's like, fam, and just to even talk on that, if I'm like talking with a woman, and yeah, let's say I'm like at a big, I guess moment or like stage in my life and things where I have millions of followers across multiple platforms and all this other crap. But anyways, but if it's on some stuff where my manager is telling me who to talk to and who to not talk to in my personal life, me as an individual should be able to detect whether a person is good for me or not, so overall it ain't gonna be on those stuff where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to, it's okay to talk off of another account where it could potentially be I'm still behind it and stuff, but it's not okay for me to talk off of my normal account where everybody's following me on. What difference is it gonna make? So that's why I'm like, yeah, that's one of those things. A manager is not going to be that involved in your personal life. I guess maybe if it's somebody that's close with you, but a manager that you just hired like right off the streets, yeah, they're not going to be that involved in your personal life. And I don't know who Pokemon, I don't even know if she even has a manager, but if she does, it's like, yeah, I would imagine when it comes down to her personal life, that's off limits to that manager. So, but anyways, the guy, he has it made up in his head. He's talking to Pokimane. She's agreeing to pay him $25 million. But that's the catch to it. He has to pretty much he sent his social security number. He's sending all his money over to her and stuff. And it's like, what? Let me just see Pokimane's net worth. Let's just talk on that. Let's just discuss that real quick. Pokimane's net worth. 5 richest. She's in the category of 5 richest Twitch streamers. So that's why I'm like, okay, disclaimer. So Ninja, he's number 1. PewDiePie's number 2. Pokimane's number 3. Followers, more than 9.3 million followers, and they was like, okay, so they're calling her by her government name, but anyways, Pokimane is a Canadian Moroccan streamer. According to Streamer Facts, she started streaming the video game League of Legends in 2013, and her popularity has only grown there. She is also the most followed female streamer on the streaming channel. Her net worth is reportedly close to $25 million. That's just her net worth. We don't know overall how much money this girl really got. So at the end of the day, do you think that is normal, that somebody that is worth $25 million, where she's, hold on, let's just check her Social Blade. Social Blade actually might be able, yeah, let's check her Social Blade, open up a couple of, because it might do they do like Twitch also? I don't know if they do that still. Oh wait, okay, so no, okay, so I found it. So anyways, Pokimane, let's open that up, and then Twitch, let's see, they don't have like a thing for, oh wait a minute, no, I did it wrong. So let's see, Pokimane again, let's see, okay, so they don't really talk on like she's losing followers. That's crazy. Oh, but she's gaining followers too. But no, that's crazy though. She is losing followers. It's like going back, she's still at like 9.3 million. Is she not streaming or something? Like what's going on? I'm in a confusion. I feel like Pokimane, she shouldn't be losing followers and stuff. Now I gotta check. I gotta check, but that's just what Social Blade. Last time she streamed was 5 days ago. I'm like, dang, maybe it's like, because it might be a thing where it's like when you're streaming, then that's when people are wanting to follow you and all that other stuff. So, but anyways, but it seemed like she got a good thing. Yeah, she got 9 million followers on Twitch. So it's like, yeah, she's doing good for herself on Twitch. Let's see what she got going on YouTube. Where is that at? Yeah, she's doing good for herself on YouTube. So yeah, it's one of those things where 6 million. Yeah, she's doing all right. And I imagine she probably got like brand deals, sponsorships, all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, bro, she's not going to be in a position where she's asking people for money. If anything, people are going to be asking her for money, and it's going to be big streamers that we all know of and stuff. So yeah, my thing is this. If it came down between like who will be able to buy my dream car, the Koenigsegg Agera R, between my salary and Pokimane's salary, Pokimane would be in a position to where she can buy stock in the company Koenigsegg. The most that I can do, I'm trying to think, how much is a Koenigsegg air freshener? I wonder, Koenigsegg air freshener. Let's see how much that costs. Koenigsegg Ghost, okay, so they do have, I can buy a Koenigsegg air freshener, but let's just see even a used Koenigsegg. Let's just see how much a used Koenigsegg, new and pre-owned Koenigsegg for sale. yeah, let's see. Okay, all right, so I think some of these are new, but no, let's, okay, so there's like one, pretty much all of them are over $3 million, you know, because it's like, yeah, there's like one where it's like, oh, it's under 3 million, and so I'm okay, I might potentially have a chance with that one, but again, based off of my salary, I'm like, no, bruh, that's a no can do. I'm like, I can't even buy a old Koenigsegg. They got like ones that's like 2008. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's out my price range. You know, the most I can get is yeah, and I actually do have that a Koenigsegg Lego set. You know, but that's the thing. Again, Pokimane, she could buy stock in both Koenigsegg and Lego. Me, on the other hand, the most I could do is just get like something from theirs. It's like, yeah, like, oh, I could get a picture with. It probably even cost money to just even get a picture with Koenigsegg. But yeah, on the other hand, jokes aside though, yeah, she ain't gonna be asking no random person for money. It's like, yeah, bro, that guy is either lying about all of that stuff or he's getting catfish. And I'm assuming that, I think just based off of the video, I think bro is lying. I just think that man, he's crazy. He honestly thinks that he's having a conversation with Pokimane, and it's like, you're not, bro. I'm like, you're not having no conversation whatsoever with Pokimane. It's like, that woman, she is not going to be asking you for thousands when the girl is worth millions, okay? So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, just talking to fans, be respectful. There's no reason for you to be a stalker. There ain't no reason for you. Like, there's fans that I have, like, that I know where it's like, they're cool. They ain't on no weird stalker stuff. They comment underneath my content. They support whatever I got going on, and that's as far as it's gonna go. But as far as anything else, it's like, yeah, they ain't doing all of that. You know, but it's them stalkers where it's like, they want to go above and beyond on some old weird stuff, and it's like, yeah, bruh, y'all gotta go somewhere else with that. That ain't welcomed here. So, but, yeah, and it's like, talking to the famous people, yeah, just be aware of your surroundings, because that's the thing. I could do this episode and this is like a sign for them to let them know, like, I gotta stop being weird. They're gonna turn around and continue being weird, and it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you know what, I tried warning you. Whatever happens. So if whoever the celebrity is, if they put hands on you, or if worse comes to worse, they done put you in the hospital and you in critical condition. I ain't gonna get into details on how you got in that position, but yeah, you find yourself in that situation, don't say nobody didn't warn you. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm going to be thinking of my life, and you know, in a situation where my life could potentially be harmed, I'm thinking of how I can protect my life. You know, how I'm just gonna walk right into danger and things. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service.
New season, new chaos in college football.
Let's go! Big stage, big opportunity.
This Labor Day weekend, the wildness lives on ABC, ESPN, and the all-new ESPN app.
What a way to start!
Featuring top 10 teams like Clemson, Notre Dame, Alabama, and LSU, and Bill Belichick's debut at North Carolina.
It's so special when these teams collide.
Don't miss a lineup filled with electric matchups.
Welcome back to college football.
Kickoff week presented by Modelo. Labor Day weekend on ESPN and ABC. Also available to stream on the all-new ESPN app.
And peace.